I think we got time today for a little sun salute, which is always a nice thing to do as the sun is about to rise. So I think we'll start with a little yoga flow because I'm in charge. So as you're ready, we'll come to standing. Our feet will be underneath our hips, toes where they naturally fall, maybe slightly pointed out. Finding our weight in the center of our feet. We'll squeeze our kneecaps up to engage the front of our legs, slight squeeze in our butt to externally rotate the tops of our thighs, keeping working up our spine. Our ribcage is not open or closed, stacked right over our hips. Our shoulders shrug up, back, and down. We're just standing up. That's what I'm saying in complicated words. Top of our head reaches towards the ceiling with a slight tuck in our chin. Our palms spiral forward to the front of our space. Deep inhale here, getting ready to move. Exhale. Inhale, our arms circle wide overhead if there's space. Either way, we're gonna forward fold, arms come down to the ground, butt stay nice and high, head hangs heavy here. Exhale out all of our air. Inhale, our palms find our thighs or our shins, pressing into our legs. We're lifting our back to a tabletop-like spine, flat back, lifting our head away. And then forward fold, our hands come to the earth, bending our knees enough that we can walk our hands out to the top of a push-up high plank. From here, we're gonna drop our knees, our chest, our chin to the ground, and like a snake, squeeze our belly down, slide forward, untuck our toes, shoulders shrug up to our ears and down our back, lifting our face from the ground. Head back to the ground, tucking our toes under, butts up high, downward facing dog, pressing actively into our palms here. Head drops between our biceps, hips nice and high into the air. You can pedal opposite heel down, one heel at a time to the ground, working out the backs of your legs, or rising onto all 10 tippy toes and then sending both heels back down to the ground in our upside down V. Next up, we're gonna lift our left leg behind us, and our left knee is gonna try to do some circles in the air as we balance on three limbs here. Maybe switch the directions of the circles of your left leg. And then we're gonna swing that left leg forward to a lunge. You can also use your hands to get it up there. Left leg is in front in our lunge. Our back knee could be on or off the ground. We're gonna move our pelvis around in a circular motion here, kind of just wiggling around. We got a bunch of lunges coming up in our warm up, so I wanted us to spend a little time here before we get there. Nice. And then our back leg is gonna come forward to meet our front leg, however that works for you. Maybe you can spring it forward, maybe a bunch of steps, coming to a forward fold, more in the front of our space here. Inhale, we'll roll up to standing, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, arms circle wide, forward fold. Toe heel your feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart so we can sit our butt down. Rock a little bit side to side in the bottom of our squat. Nice, nice, nice. Whew. And then our butts back up, our heads hang heavy, forward fold, toe heel our feet back to hip distance apart. This time, our left leg is gonna shoot way back and we're gonna find ourselves in that lunge with our right leg forward, opposite leg forward from before, circling our hips around, juicing them up, as the yoga teacher would say. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then our front leg is gonna send itself way up high to a three-legged dog. However you wanna get there. So our left foot's on the ground, our right foot's in the air. We're gonna make some big circles in the air with our right knee. Whew. Maybe switch directions. Nice. And then the right leg will join the left leg, regular downward facing dog, pushing actively into our palms, finding that length in our shoulders here. Soft bend in our knees, we'll walk our hands to our feet or our feet to our hands, hanging forward fold. And rolling on up to standing. All right, what we really got going is 3 movements, 30 seconds each. Active Spider-Man, walking deads, and air squats. We'll start at the end learning what they are. Hey, what's an air squat? I bet you know. The feet shoulder distance apart, we squat down and we stand up. We did half of one of these in our yoga warm-up. So we'll do this for 30 seconds. Maybe a little slow the first round, maybe hanging out in the bottom. Yeah, make sure you got a couple in you, but I think we'll get plenty done. Cool. Our middle movement is called walking deads. So for walking dead, we're gonna take a step forward, and then with pretty straight legs, we're gonna forward fold over that extended leg, and then stand up, take a step, forward fold, and stand up. So we're going for a stretch in the back of the front leg. You should feel it in your hamstring, maybe in your calf. A little bit of a balance challenge depending on how your morning's going. Yeah, try a couple steps of those. Definitely more about a slow, stretchy stretch than like actually walking anywhere. Cool. Yeah. And then our first move, active spider folk, is a lunge stretch. So we're gonna be in our lunge position. We're gonna bring one leg forward. So my left leg is forward. My left elbow is gonna come to the ground. I'll give some variations. And then my left hand's coming up to the sky. Left hand back down to the ground, back to plank. So options for this, we could drop our back knee as we bring our right foot forward any amount. Our right elbow could come to the inside of our right shin, then right hand up, right hand down, and step back. So we step a foot forward, same hand as that foot, thinks about going low, thinks about going high, and then back down to the ground, step that foot back. I know, let's try it. If you haven't already popped into it. High plank, back knee can stay up or down, foot forward, same hand as foot forward, it comes to the ground, to the sky, to the ground. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think? Any sort of lunge up and down stretch is fine. Hey. Cool. All right, so we're gonna go 30 seconds each of these 3 movements, 3 times through. Active spider folk, which is that lunge, spinning your web thing, walking deads, and air squats. Cool. We're gonna go in 10 seconds with active spider folk. So we could even come down to our lunge already because we're going in 3, 2, 1. One leg forward, same arm as that leg, down, up, down. Switch to the other side. Keeping our butts low as we go. Woo. 10 more seconds. Coming up in 3, 2, 1. We have walking dead, stepping forward, stretching out the back of the leg, standing up. Whew. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Air squats is next. Come into standing, finding our squat stance. Down and up. Ten more seconds, then we're back at the top with our active spider people. Active spider people lunge in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Ten more seconds. Zombie walking deads coming up in 3, 2, 1. Step forward, forward fold. Nice. Ten more seconds. Air squats squats in 3, 2, 1, air squats. This is our second round. We got one more round left to go. Ten more seconds. Active Spidey folk, finding our lunge in 3, 2, 1. Ten more seconds. Walking deads in 3, 2, 1. Nice stiff legs. Find that stretch. Still breathing as we go up and down. 10 seconds. Air squats in 3, 2, 1, air squats. Yes. Ten more seconds. Three, 2, 1, time. Okay, cool. All right, friends. We got 4 movements to talk about and a kind of confusing rep scheme. It'll make sense. It's fine. So we're going through these 4 movements every minute on the minute, 5 times. That's 20 minutes total. Our first time through everything, we do 30 seconds of work, get 30 seconds of rest. Our next time through everything, we do 40 seconds of work, get 20 seconds of rest. And then from, I don't know, however the math works, minute 8 to 12, when we go through everything, we get 50 seconds, 10 seconds, and then we're just going the whole minute by the end. So the more fatigued we get, the less break we get. Cool. Sounds great, Jarek. What are we doing? It is jump rope, Turkish sit-up, thrusters, and deadlifts. We've talked about jump ropes before. If you got a jump rope, you're gonna jump rope. If you got a low ceiling or no equipment, we could do a pretend jump rope where we think about jumping with a rope, maybe even pretending to swirl our hands or to hit our thighs to practice the double or the single ender. Jumping jacks is a great sub. You could do a variety of jumping jack variations. We could do our dot hops. We could do our high knees. We could do our butt kickers. We could do skaters because I think they're fun. How do I get there? Oh God, I'm in speed skater mode. Speed skater is fine. There we go. Hey, let's try 15 seconds of bouncing around. Get your jump rope on. Get your dot hop on. I can see you. Get moving. Yes. Yes. Okay, cool. Mary figured out the skater I couldn't figure out. Good work. Nice. So as we go through, you could pick a different one for each of the 5 rounds, should you like variety. Yes, so good. Our next move is the Turkish Sit-Up, which I'm gonna use this as my weight so I can talk about what I'm doing. We've got a couple choices. You could do regular sit-ups or crunches if that works for your body. A Turkish sit-up, we're holding an item overhead And then we're doing a full sit-up to come to having the item all the way up overhead and lowering back down. So really using our core, squeezing our low back into the earth, trying to keep our feet on the ground the whole journey all the way up to upright and then back down. Maybe start with like a water wall or something really light to understand the momentum. I did these alone in the gym the other day and like lost my balance in a scary way. So let's try maybe like 4 sit-ups of varying kinds. If we want to do regular crunches, we can think about maybe arms on our chest, just lifting our head off the earth and back down, head and shoulders off the earth and back down, or full range of motion sit-ups. Or try those, keeping our elbows as locked out as possible, all the way up overhead. Yeah, fun. You certainly, if you've got 2 weights and core of steel, could hold 2 things as you go up overhead too. Oofta. Okay. So we jump and rope, then we're doing a Turkish sit-up. Then we've got our thruster. Our thruster is squat to overhead. So we're holding our item in our front rack, squatting down, and then pushing it all the way up overhead, bringing it back down to our shoulders, to our squat. Yes. Not going to break this down too much because I think y'all know it. Let's try 4 or 5 of these. If you've got a one-handed item, we could certainly do a couple on one side and then switch. Halfway through might be a little bit of a challenge for me since it's different times every time. So I would maybe do like 3 reps side to side versus like, if you're able to keep track of halfway and switching, that's cool. Cool. Okay. Jump rope, Turkish sit-ups, thrusters, and our final movement is the deadlift. Our deadlift, as we set up for it, we're bringing that item from shin to hip height, or from ground to hip height. Your setup, I want your shoulders, your hips, and your knees to be all on different planes. So if to get your weight, your shoulders are below your hips or in line with your hips, you're leaning too far forward. Maybe you'll start a little bit higher, or we can think about rocking ourselves back a little bit so we're all in line. If we rock too far back and our hips and knees are in a line, that's also not the start of a deadlift. So thinking about finding that wonderful zigzag that gives us the most support to stand all the way up to upright, opening your hips totally at the top, squeezing our glutes even to find that full extension, and then back down. Let's do 4 deadlifts. Yeah. Nice. Great. As we do our deadlifts today, I want us to think about our tailbone maintaining its natural shape from our spine, from our tailbone to the tip of our head. So as we go forward, we can gaze at the ground in front of us rather than getting a little arch in our neck that sometimes results in like the reverse happening throughout our spine. So finding the long spine the whole way through, looking down towards the ground and standing back up. So we're keeping that neutral back. Yes. Lovely. Fitness. Great. Okay. That's it. Jump and rope, Turkish sit-ups, thrusters, deadlifts, 5 rounds, 30, 40, 50. Okay, I just reread it. I'm glad I did. For round 2, we're repeating the same. So we're doing 30 2 times through. And then for round 3, we're switching to 40, 20. Cool. I was like, this is only 4 rounds. You know, 7 a.m. It's great. Everything is fine. Find your jump rope in your hands if you don't have it, or your dot hops on your floor. We're going 30 seconds on, 30 off for everything twice through, and then we'll get to weird rep schemes. I got you. Going in 10 seconds. Woo! Jumping rope, jumping jacks in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Yes. 15 more seconds. Rest in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds of rest. Turkish sit-ups are our next movement. "15 seconds till Turkish sit-ups. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Halfway through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Thrusters are next. Whew. Ten seconds. Yes, thrusters in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Ten more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Deadlift is our next movement. Deadlift in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Round number 1 done. Round number 2, same as the round before. 30 seconds on, 30 off. Starting with our jump rope movement in 15 seconds. Jumping rope in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Ten more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Turkish sit-ups are next. Ten seconds. Turkish sit-ups in 3, 2, 1. Press your feet into the ground. So strong. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thrusters. Ten seconds till thrusting. 3, 2, 1, woo! Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Deadlifts. Last 30-second movement. Ten seconds till deadlift. 3, 2, 1. Glute. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right, pals. Now we're gonna work for 40 seconds. Rest for 20 seconds. Yeah. Jumping rope to get it going. Bouncing around. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Twenty more seconds. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Turkish sit-ups next. Ten seconds till Turkish sit-ups. 3, 2, 1. Sit up. Yes, so strong. Twenty more seconds. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Coming to upright. Thrusters next. 10 seconds. Thrusters in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So fun. Woo. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Deadlifts up next. Ten seconds. Deadlift in 3, 2, 1. Woo! Here we go. So fun. Twenty more seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Last 20-second rest. Up next, we're gonna do 50 seconds on, just 10 seconds to transition. It's gonna be so fun. Woo! Starting with our jumps. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Yes, we're jumping. Halfway through this, keep moving. Yes. Fifteen seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find yourself on the floor. Turkish sit-ups. Sit-ups in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sitting up. Yes. Halfway through. Ten seconds. Resting in 3, 2, 1. Up to upright. Thrusters are next. It's not really a rest. Thrusting in 3, 2, 1. Thrusters. Yes, pals. Halfway through. Ten more seconds. Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Woo. Deadlifts in 3, 2, 1. Deadlifts. through. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Y'all, final round, no rest at all. Snappy movements right from one to the other. Starting with our jumps in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Final 4 minutes of work. Pushing the whole 60 seconds for each movement. So great. Halfway through. Seconds, so close. Keep bouncing around, you got it. Moving for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turkish sit-up time here, we're going. Woo! Yes. So good. Through this movement. You got it. Fifteen seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thruster time. We're going. Good work. Nice. Halfway through, just 30 seconds left of these. Fifteen seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deadlift. Final minute of work. Whew. Yes. 30 more seconds. So good. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Woo! Yeah. Fun. Oof. All right, pals. Our recommended mobility of the day is double pigeon, which is for sure a bit of a pretzel pose if you're doing it as intended. Your bottom shin is parallel to your chest and your top shin is stacked right on top of it with your ankles just outside the bottom knee. So your shins are stacked. I know, I'm like a black blob on this black floor. If that's not there for you, you could certainly do a regular cross-legged with a forward fold if the full crossing doesn't work, or some variation of a figure four can feel like you're getting into that butt stuff. We can sit nice and tall upright here, or we could press forward on our shins gently, not on our knees. Feel that stuff in our butt. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was polishing my boots and so watched YouTube tutorials about how to do it. And then YouTube has been recommending videos about refinishing boots. We can switch to the other side as I tell this boring story, but they there's just funny people on the internet who find really old Red Wings and they like slowly take off the sole and put a new sole on and cut it and sew it in and like refinish the leather, like with just gentle music playing, and in the end it's a beautiful boot, and it's like really meditative for me. So that's my current YouTube obsession. Great, finding the peace where we can. All right, pals, you have a lovely day. Thanks for working out.